Arabian Night, the 3-year-old. Bob telling me this morning it's all about getting out quick and getting in a rhythm and getting the distance.
Feel for the $1 million FanDuel Pacific Classic sent on their way. On the inside, Go Rocket Ride broke beautifully and goes straight to the lead. Being joined now by Arabian Night. 2 favorites, 1-2 in the early going. Coming towards the quarter pole, and it is Arabian Night just in front, taken on by Slow Down Andy. Now Go Rocket Ride in the blue cap on the outside, coming gamely. Arabian Night's all hard battling on. Slow Down Andy, any one of these three. It's Arabian Night hanging on. Go Rocket Ride, Arabian Night has won the Pacific Classic.
This is patented Bob Baffert. His horses run on the lead. They're not aggressive. They don't pull. They just relax, and they can keep on going. The winner of the Breeders' Cup Classic this year, I think, is going to be a 3-year-old.
And that was last year's edition of the $1 Million Pacific Classic. And we turn our attention to this year. Bob Baffert looking to go back-to-back. He's going to have the favored filly in Adare Manor. But one thing that really sticks out, looking at that race last year, there was not a big hurry out of the gate.
Lack of pace last year for sure in that race, and I think that was the dulcet tones of our friend Simon Bray there breaking down last year's Pacific Classic. Yeah, no pace in the race last year at all. Post time again moved up for the rest of the meet on the every day, 1:30 instead of 2 o'clock. So make sure you note that 1:30 for post time. $1 Million FanDuel Pacific Classic, 10th race, 11 race card. I'll be there too. I'll be doing the simulcast show again for the rest of the meet, which I love doing, and looking forward to being down there.
And a look at the list of races coming up. It's going to be deep, that is for sure. Multiple Breeders' Cup win and your ends to the Longines Turf, the Prevagen Turf Sprint, and of course the Longines Breeders' Cup Classic. And in terms of this race, you know, for Adare Manor, it was kind of never the long-range plan to get here, but the way that the race shaped up, the fact of you didn't have that big scary favorite in there off the win of the hearse, they started thinking, you know what, maybe we just go to the race. And other than the holder, haven't seen a lot of filly influence in this event.
Yeah, and I think that's the case, kid. Bob Baffert, as sharp as he is, taking a look and saying, you know, there's no killers in here. There's very nice horses, but type of race, filly has a big look. She has such a big look. She is the favorite. I mean, I'm looking through the field. You know, Miracola ran second in the Island last time out. There goes Harvard's been off the board most for just like Dr. Venkman to me is the horse to beat. Reincarnate hasn't won in a long, long time. Katona was second to San Diego Mile. Full-Serrano's an allowance winner. Back in the day, you would never see a horse go from the first level allowance condition to Pacific Classic. That just didn't happen. That's how the game's changed. You got the filly, you got none above the law. They got their money back off a $50,000 claim, but I think he's better on the turf. Mixto's a hard trying horse. Point being, it's a good spot to try it with the filly, and she is a morning line favorite.
And you mentioned Dr. Venkman. You know, he was always super well regarded. I couldn't believe Dr. Venkman in that second start, because that was a pretty tough allowance, and they had him at like 1-5. I mean, they sent it in on Dr. Venkman last September, and he gave him the goods.
And then he ran lights out in the Perryville at Keeneland, but I think, speaking of Lord Out, that knocked him out too, right? That was a grueling race with Ray's Cane in fast time. He didn't run again until a triple bend at Santa Anita. He ran a good second behind Happy Jack. And like I talked about his last race, the San Diego Handicap, I thought a very impressive performance. The fact that he sat and relaxed and finished, I thought Fraser did a great job getting in the saddle early. Beat Katona and Express Train. I haven't done all the work yet, but off the top of my head, I like him. I think I'm gonna pick him at 5-2, the second choice in this year's FanDuel Racing Pacific Classic.
It feels like it's a race to 100 buyer, because Adare Manor just gave us a 99. Dr. Venkman just gave us a 99. Katona just gave us a 99. Reincarnate just gave us a 98. Dr. Venkman, 99. Il Miracolo, 99. Like, they're all right there at the top of the 90 buyer scale.
Right on the tip of triple figures. You know, I made a little long shot case for There Goes Harvard. He's cross-entered in the Del Mar Handicap, the mile 3/8 race. You can do that in these stakes. So I think Michael McCarthy takes a look and sees which race shapes up better for him, and got his bases covered.
Well, a lot of fun. Looking forward to it. Final day of the month, 31st of August, and time for the $1 million Grand Feature.